What's up, YouTube? What's up, Husker Nation? Husker fans, fellow Husker fans, breathe it in. Breathe it in. What we saw today, if this continues this season, it's going to be a great season for us. Not changing any of my preseason predictions as far as wins and losses go yet. Big word there is yet. Took a whole bunch of notes on the game, and we're going to get into that. But how does it feel? Starting the season off with a win. Granted, we were ranked 34th coming into this game. UTEP was ranked 122nd, but or somewhere in there. But come on, breathe it in. Breathe it in. We outplayed. We outcoached. We outsized UTEP, which all led to a predictable dominant win. All right. Now my pregame prediction was 44-14. I was a little off. Final score: Nebraska 40, UTEP 7. So I was a little off. That's all right though. That's all right. I was off in a good way. So breathe it in. So let's break down this game a little bit. Bunch of notes from the first quarter. We had 5 penalties. UTEP had 4. Including having to including a pair of offsetting penalties on the kickoff, which led to a re-kickoff. So we got 2 kickoffs today. Let's see here. What do I got for notes here? Hang on a second, I dropped this. Sorry about that. Got a nice look at my ear, I reckon. Anyways, so good opening run to start the game on offense. We did a great job of establishing the run during that first quarter. And honestly, it looked like UTEP's defense just could not keep up. And their offense struggled too. They did get a second possession touchdown, tie the game at 7-7. Our air game first quarter was on point. I loved looking at our running back core. They look awesome. There's a lot of depth there. There's a lot of, they just looked great. The defense looked awesome too. We did fail a 4th down conversion. I was kind of like, why did we do that? But okay. Looking at a little bit more on UTEP, like I said, they had the defensive player injured early on. The defense didn't look like it could keep up. The offense looked like it was struggling a little bit. They did have the second possession touchdown. They kind of started looking like they were going to improve a little bit that second possession. The defense started looking towards the end of the first quarter, looked like it was starting to improve a little bit. They come into their own a little bit. And, you look at these early penalties in this first quarter, and on Nebraska's side, honestly, I think it was just first game jitters. UTEP, it's hard to tell. But, we finished the first quarter 7-7, tied up. Going into the second quarter, our offense started rolling pretty good. UTEP's defense started looking like it was adjusting to the run a little bit. We did fumble at one point, which resulted in a turnover, which was recovered by the defense. But right after that, our defense scored a safety, giving us the ball back. It was reviewed. It was confirmed. let's see here. Raiola really, we got to talk about Raiola. True freshman starting quarterback. There were a lot of people on social media, myself included a little bit, who were a little bit nervous about that. Even some of the sports writers talking about the game, talking about it, were a little like, okay, why aren't you redshirting him? But that's neither here nor there. He seemed really, really confident. UTEP did throw an interception at one point. Then we had a beautiful long ball touchdown with a great catch and run from Johnson. Just saying, that was great. Raiola did get sacked in there, according to my notes. To the point where, like, his helmet actually, like, he actually lost his helmet. Looked like he got pretty, beat up on that one. The lack of size on defense for UTEP was really hurting them this game. I mean, especially during the second quarter. Nayor, he's someone to watch. He kind of stood out to me on our side as a receiver. Looks like he's got something there. Ended up scoring a touchdown in the half. We had no penalties, which is great. Anytime we have a quarter, we have no penalties. You know what I mean? UTEP had a penalty in there as well. Of course, we went to halftime up 30-7. Coming into the third quarter, coming off halftime, going into the third quarter, the defense came out fired up on our side. Their offense UTEP's offense just looked sluggish. I'm sorry, they just weren't there. We had a massive, nasty sack on UTEP. UTEP's quarterback just got obliterated. Our offense seemed like it was rocking and rolling third quarter. And, we ended up finishing 37-7 in the third quarter. Don't have much for notes on the fourth quarter. At that point, we had a lot of third stringers, fourth stringers. Stewart caught an interception on our side. Honestly, the game was pretty much over at that point, going into the fourth quarter. But even with, third and fourth stringers, we were still pretty damn dominant. Final score 40-7. These are just my thoughts and my reactions to the game as it's happening that I'm going over here. You couldn't have asked for a better game one for a true freshman starting quarterback. You can't ask for a better game. Huge confidence boost for him. Not that he really needed it, but the way he came out there, he came out there like, hey, I've been doing this for a while. He came out there, this ain't my first rodeo, but, even though it was, and he just, our other quarterbacks, we got to see all four quarterbacks today. And, even the guy that's getting redshirted. Almost everybody got time, chance to get a little bit of experience today at all positions. Today's performance makes me really optimistic. Still a little bit cautious, There was a big difference in talent level between UTEP and some of the teams we got to play. Most of the teams we got to play this season. But this was a warm-up game. Looking ahead to Colorado, I don't have any real predictions just yet. I gotta kind of look at some things, see some things, examine some things, um, see what happens. As far as the rankings go, does Nebraska move up? Do they stay the same? Does Colorado drop? Do they stay the same? Though I can't imagine Colorado not dropping after after they barely survived at FCS school. Um, they're one of the best FCS schools in the country, but it's really really interesting. As far as this stuff goes, um, I still think we're going to win. I know I was looking at the point spread before the game for the Nebraska Colorado game, and it was something like we were 7-point favorites. I expect that number should change in Nebraska's favor. How much it changes, I don't know, but I do expect it to change. This doesn't bode well for Colorado. This does not bode well for Colorado. Here we are dominating. Granted, a really low ranked FBS school, but still an FBS school, and there they are struggling against one of the best, but still an FCS school. Big difference there. Big difference. Like I said, I expect the point spread to grow in Nebraska's favor for the Colorado game. Like I said, we'll get into that probably Friday. I make my pregame video Friday. Don't know how the sound quality is. It's the first time filming on this particular phone. I do plan on improving that. Eventually, I plan on getting back, at my desk and doing these at my desk, but not quite in a position to do that right now. Making some changes, doing some things, that sort of thing. You know how it is. But expect, to eventually return to doing these at my computer, at my desk, where I have the right technology. I am going to look into some stuff with the mobile phone to see if I can't come up with something that works a little bit better. But if you like the content, check out some of my other content. If you want to hear me talk about Husker football some more, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. None of that stuff costs you anything to do. Let's grow a community here. Give me your comments down below as far as what you thought of the game and what your thoughts and feelings are on it. And as always, go Big Red.